Hey everybody, TGIF, Tony George, Doc Sports. Let's go with some NBA free action here for you tonight. Got the free play winner for you last night. That was a full one unit. Called a free play top pick. Boy, Brunson's just going off for New York, isn't he? Man, they got one of their bigs back. They're going to be right in the thick of it. Speaking of the Eastern Conference, big game tonight between Cleveland and the Pacers. And I'm going to take the Pacers plus the 2.5 here. They're just playing better ball right now. I know Mitchell's back for Cleveland, this, that, and the other. But yeah, Indiana's kind of peaking at the right time. I was looking at some numbers here, and their recent performances, obviously they're going to put up 140 against Toronto. I mean, who isn't? That was 3 days ago, so they've had some rest here. They put it to Miami. They put it to Oklahoma City by 16. They put it to the Lakers by 19. These are their last 6 games. They're 7-3 straight up and 6-4 against the spread. Their last 10 games in Cleveland, 4-6. They got a win over Memphis. Okay, Memphis didn't play anybody. Other than that, they played 3 what I would consider top tier teams. They got beat by the Clippers. They got beat by the Lakers, who only scored 97 points. And they got beat by 21 points against Phoenix. And they're laying a number here. These guys are neck and neck in the playoffs right now, a game apart. I like the way that Indiana's playing. I know it's on the road, but I'm going to take them plus a 2.5 tonight for your free pick. Over at the website, a 4-play Major League Baseball card cased again yesterday. Had the A's plus the 155. We're taking dogs and totals. Our one game, Cincinnati-Milwaukee, got canceled. But we picked up a nice little, we're picking up money on underdogs. Units won, not as impressive as money won because we're taking a lot of dogs on low units and just doubling up. And that's kind of the way we've been approaching it. 4-pack today, 13-unit card, 4-unit NBA player prop. Hey, we took one on the chin last night. We brag about it. We'd hit 8 out of 10 top picks in the NHL. I'm still trying to figure out how Philly beat the Rangers 4-1 last night, but we had the Rangers on the puck line. And we won a 7-unit play the day before. We gave back 6 yesterday. A rare loss, only our 3rd loss of the season with top picks in the NHL, 6 units or more, obviously. But we took one on the chin last night. We got a 4-unit totals play tonight. We're going to get 4 units right back. So, but yeah, again, I always tell you like it is. I'm always transparent. Speaking of transparency, I forgot to update you yesterday on Twitter, but a couple things. The Vegas Beat, my StreamYard podcast, Griff Murphy, we just couldn't get it together this week. Our schedules, I had some appointments outside of the office yesterday. Griff was a little under the weather. And then today, we just couldn't get our schedules to line up. And so we'll do the Vegas Beat podcast next week. Apologize for that. Also, those of you that follow me on Twitter, get ready for some free picks over the weekend. On Twitter, at TGeorgeSports, especially the Masters, the PGA. Interesting opening round. Into the second round now. As you all know, I'm an avid golf fan. If you don't, I'm an avid golf fan. Bryson DeChambeau tore it up yesterday. Wow. That's the one thing about handicapping. I don't follow the Live Tour that much. It's on the CW, that television channel. It's just difficult to watch sometimes just because there's nobody there. There's no excitement. They're all just playing for huge prize money. But you don't have the crowds like you do at the Masters and these majors. most of the live guys, the only chance they have to match up with the PGA Tour players is in majors, and they have to qualify for them. In the case of the Masters, you have to be invited. I don't even know if they're using world rankings for that anymore, because they're not combined for world rankings. I don't know how they're gonna. Golf is a fractured game, much like this country, divided. I mean, but it's really hard to handicap those guys when I don't know, but I didn't see DeChambeau, especially with his, he's got a lot of length, but you wonder about the finesse. And of course, like Augusta, you have to have a lot of finesse. They got high winds there today. Looks like Tiger might make the cut. Maybe. Would be what, his 24th consecutive one or something, tying a record or breaking a record. So there's some interesting storylines there. Our top 10s, top 20s doing okay. However, my top pick, Hideki Matsuyama, he had a horrific day yesterday. And he was in good form and on top of a lot of the pick boards. I hope he has a good second round, gets back in it, because he can go deep on the weekend if he gets in the mix, especially when he's not in the top 2 pages of the leaderboard. You can just go for broke. Doesn't make a difference at that point. So we'll see. Got my fingers crossed on that. I like my top pick to make the cut. We have others in play that are up there, but that was one that I personally got a lot of money on. So we'll be back up over the weekend with some free picks. Be sure and get over to Doc's, free $60, link in the description below. Get yourself hooked up.